admitted that Jimmy Garoppolo was, quote, probably a little pissed off. Shanahan said he expects Jimmy G to play with a chip on his shoulder because of it, and also said, quote, it's going to be hard to find a quarterback that gives us a better chance to win than Jimmy right now, despite the trade. According to Fox Bet Sportsbook, Jimmy G is still the clear favorite to be the Week 1 starter for the Niners. So, Shannon, what is going on here?
Well, Skip, it makes sense. Kyle Shanahan, with the move that he made, and we talked about this on Friday, and it came to fruition, Skip, a little after we left the air, that they had made a move. And I said to Skip, if they need a quarterback, they can't stay at 12. And I didn't know they were going to go all the way up to 3. I said maybe to get to top 5, maybe get number 5, and then get a quarterback. But it looks to me, by not going up to 2, they're saying whomever's left, we feel very comfortable in our system. With that being said, it also tells me that Jimmy G gives them a better chance, and maybe Jimmy's going to be the bridge, which is a very expensive bridge unless they rework the contract. And Jimmy's like, well, since y'all took a quarterback, why would I do anything to accommodate you? Because we'd probably put your butt on the street if that's the case. But, Skip, it makes sense because I believe Jimmy G will give them a better chance of winning, say, right now, than maybe one of these rookie quarterbacks will. And how many of these guys are going to probably be your opening day starter other than Trevor Lawrence? Skip, I like guys that have stayed at least, you look at Peyton Manning, he was a 4-year starter. You look at Andrew Luck, he stayed on. No, there are certain situations, Skip, sometimes where we get a guy that has an outstanding 1-year career. Cam basically had 1-year starter at a major college program and came in and did what he did. But for the most part, I like to see guys get 2 or 3, get a couple of years up under their belts. But this makes sense to me. Jimmy shouldn't be upset. You can't stay healthy. You turn the ball over entirely too much. 2 recipes for disaster that'll get you benched and get you released. And he has a problem with both of those. Skip, he can't stay healthy. He tore his ACL, basically his first year on the job, and then last year he missed all this time with an ankle injury. So what did they expect Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch to do? So I like the move to move up and go get a quarterback. Hell, I wish I knew who they're going to take. Go to 2, we have a pretty good idea. But going to 3, we have no idea who they're going to take. But I like the move. I like holding on to Jimmy. But he also said, Skip, blow me away, and I'll let you have him.
He did say that. So, as much as I like Kyle Shanahan, to me, he looks more and more foolish as he tries to talk in circles and talk his way out of what they just did. I don't get it because they just paid a king's ransom. They just bet their next 3 years, draft picks, first-round picks, obviously, in 22 and 23, to go from 12 up to 3. And I told you yesterday, if you went to 2, I'd be okay with it. If you could somehow go to 1 with that kind of a king's ransom, I'd be great with it.
Would you have been okay with it if they had done the move with Houston Texans, with Deshaun? If Deshaun doesn't have this circling around him,
sure,
they swap places with them and then give up 2022, 2020.
Absolutely. I told you I'd give up 2 more first. I'd give up 24 and 25 for Deshaun Watson. That was whatever's hanging over his head right now.
These allegations.
We don't know where it's going to go,
right.
but it just gets worse and worse. Now they're up to 19. Whew. Okay, back to Kyle. So he says yesterday, as Jenny read, it's going to be hard to find a quarterback who gives us a better chance to win than Jimmy. Yeah, but you're trying to replace Jimmy. Well, yeah. He's trying to pin that to just this coming year.
Right.
It's going to be hard to find a quarterback who gives us a better chance to win.
Right.
But if you paid that kind of price to go up high in the draft, to me, I've said this from the start. I'm all about just throw them into the fire. They're going to have to figure it out. But if they're that good, if they're that guy, they just figure it out. Peyton figured it out. He had a rough start, led the league in interceptions.
He had a rough start.
I get it. But Dak Prescott just figured it out. He's got football character and backbone, and the stage was not too big for Dak Prescott, even as a 4th rounder.
But here's the thing. Dak was, a 3-year starter?
He was. I got it. But if we look at Mac Jones, he was in the program long enough, and he started enough big games on huge national stages that I think he would be okay. I don't think he would crumble under the pressure. Would he be great? Is he a transcendent talent? No, he's not.
He seems like a better version, a bigger version of Kirk Cousins.
Probably is. But do I think he'd choke and fall apart and crumble under the fire?
I mean, Skip, he's accurate. The ball comes out quick. He's very decisive with his throws. And I get it. He's throwing to the strike. But, if you had a major college, Skip, You're throwing the guys that's going to be playing at the next level. Trevor Lawrence threw the guys that's playing at the next level.
Okay. All right. So my problem with this whole move is if you've decided on Mac Jones, and they did for what it's worth, and it's probably not worth much, but they did go to his pro day as opposed to Justin Fields' pro day. It could be a huge smokescreen. They could be sitting right on Justin Fields. They may be hoping to influence the Jets to take Mac Jones. Possibly. I don't know. But you're playing with huge fire because you've clearly zeroed in on somebody that you like better than somebody else.
Right.
And now you're a prisoner of the Jets' decision to take their leftover.
Well, the thing is, and John Lynch says, we do not have intel on who someone will take.
Yep.
But we feel very comfortable that there's some very good quarterbacks in this draft, and we're going to be able to get our hands on one of them.
Okay. And as Kyle said, we're going to be left at the altar at number 12. Well, you would be. I've said that for, like, when it was proposed that Mac Jones would fall to Belichick at 15. He's not going to fall to 15. His stock is going through the roof right now.
Right.
So, and I don't know what to do with Trey Lance because I just don't know his game. I know it from YouTube, and that's not enough for me.
Yeah, I've seen this national championship game that one year. But
okay. Could he be the odd man out? Could he be the Aaron Rodgers memorial fall down through the draft? Maybe.
Right.
But people seem to be intrigued enough by him. Mel Kiper says he's the most intriguing prospect he's ever tried to figure out.
Right.
Well, that's pretty intriguing.
Skip, you'll play 1 year, and then you sit out. You opt out of a year, and so all we got is basically 10 games. But Skip, if you look at the way Andy Reid handled Patrick Mahomes, he sought him for a year.
Okay, that was different. Yeah, I got it.
Aaron Rodgers, he sought for 3 years.
3 years. It's a long time.
I don't know. No quarterback is going to sit for. I don't know. I don't even know if Jordan Love's going to sit for 3 years. This might be the last year he sits.
It could be. So, Garoppolo. So, again, Kyle says, yeah, he's pissed off. Well, he should be furious because...
No, he shouldn't at himself because he played like a bum.
Okay, well, he did. He played his way into this position.
Yeah, exactly, Skip.
And to your point, he just can't stay healthy. And we saw the quote yesterday from Jermaine Wiggins on a Boston radio show in which he referred to him as Mr. Glass, not the Samuel Jackson character, but just literally Mr. Glass. The Patriots were looking side-eye at Garoppolo even when he was a Patriot. They could not trust him to stay healthy.
Well, it should have given us a good indication because he was supposed to fill in for the 4 games that when Brady was hurt.
Didn't make it.
And what did he do, Skip?
Yep.
Right on cue, he got hurt. So that should have given us an indication that, hold on. And then he goes to San Francisco, and right on cue, what did he do, Skip? He got hurt again.
Yep. Okay. So he's had moments of brilliance. I told you yesterday, there's Aaron Rodgers, then there's Mr. Rodgers.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's no Rodgers because he's out.
He's out.
Well, and Kyle's saying, well, we had 2 tough years because we just really can't count on him. Okay? That's fine. So you're going to go forward, but you're also saying, hey, to your point, if somebody knocks us over, well, we're willing to give you Jimmy for something. If you knock our socks off. Well, nobody's going to knock their socks off because you've already discounted him enough because you're trying to replace him.
Right.
So he's going to be your discard at some point after maybe X games next year. Maybe after 10 games you say, okay, Mac Jones is ready to play or Justin Fields is ready to play in game 11.
But this is what we do know, Skip. There's a better than 90+% chance that this is Jimmy's last year. I don't know how he can play. Because Alex Smith played well, Skip. He took him to the divisional round. He took him to the divisional round of the playoff. They had a lead. What were they up? 21-3, 18-3 against Tennessee. They ended up losing that game, and they replaced it with Mahomes. I don't know what Jimmy G can do to keep this job for more than 1 year.
Oh, I don't either. And he's on his way out the door. They just need him as a stopgap.
Right.
And, again, I feel for him, but you say it's his fault anyway.
Yeah, he did this.
Okay, I got it.
Skip. He put Kyle and John Lynch in this situation. Had he stayed his butt healthy, they would not even be in position. Had he stopped turning the ball, Skip, he's a turnover machine.
He is. I agree.
So,
I never liked him.
2 things that you cannot be as a quarterback, injury-prone and turnover-prone. And hell, he's both of them.
Okay.
Give me one.
So does that mean Bill Belichick was wrong about Jimmy Garoppolo?
Skip, no, he's shown flashes.
But he would have been proven wrong because Jimmy wouldn't have stayed any healthier in New England.
You don't think so?
No. Why? What's the difference?
But Jimmy took him to a Super Bowl. So he's right. He said, I told you the guy had Super Bowl potential.
Okay. So is that good enough? Would Belichick love to have him? Because he might be able to get him for nothing.
What's nothing? A 3rd rounder?
Well, he might just get cut at some point. Yeah. You might get him for a 6th or 7th rounder.
I don't know, because I've seen enough of Nick Mullins and I've seen enough of C.J. Beathard. Obviously, they're good.